Hello, one and all, this is WellArmedWithTacos, and welcome back to Let's Play Turok 2, The Seeds of Evil. Having that lag go away is like a second wind. It just completely re-energizes me. Makes me feel like I could take on the world. Or at least this boss. Come on, big guy! I got a present for you. Whoa! Enjoy it. Make sure you stay nice and close to it. No, we didn't feel it that well. We'll save it, and there might be another round. In the meantime, let's load him up. Oh, right now he's only taking headshot damage. That's why that didn't hurt so bad. He's only taking headshot damage. I believe I only have 3 more of the explosive rounds. I do. Let's make these shots count then. Alright. Nope. That was the plasma rifle. Where's my plasma rifle? There it is. We need single shot accuracy here. Gotcha! Ooh, that's nasty. Pausing the mic.
The Primogen has been destroyed, Turok. The combined energy from the totems has shattered his body and destroyed the last traces of his telepathic powers. The Omniverse is in your debt. I have been unable to identify the force which conspired against you during your battle with the Primogen. Its form eluded me. While I searched, a feeling of dread washed over me. A feeling unlike any that I have ever experienced. There is a natural balance in the cosmos between that which we define as good and that which we know as evil, light and dark, order and chaos. Although I have been unable to gain any specific knowledge of this being, its energy signature feels as if it exists beyond either fundamental force. And one other thing, Joshua. Each time I scanned this entity's signature, I also detected the energies of the Turok lineage as well. Whatever it is, your ancestors have dealt with it before.
Well, that was a bit of a cliffhanger, wasn't it? There are more Turok games. I believe there have been 2. I've played one on the GameCube since this. And I don't know if there's another one after that, actually. But I believe there's 2. So, this was Let's Play Turok 2, The Seeds of Evil. And before we talk about the game, let's talk about that last part there real quick. Final boss. I'd like to say the final boss was tough. He wasn't, but that's a good thing. And that's a good thing specifically because of the nuke. You have a weapon called a nuke. Did you make the player fight a piece 4 in every single level? And then you only give them 5 shots with it? It better be impactful. The first time I fired that and watched his health almost basically one-shot him. That was worth it. That was satisfying enough. Now, the effect of it, the whole energy thing, I can go without that, but the sheer damage that it did, that was worth it. So, the boss fight was made considerably easier by having a badass weapon, but you made me search every level for the pieces for that. So, that's good. Dean Seltzer as Turok. As Oblivion. I guess that was the weird shadowy voice. The one that we got hinted here at the end is still around. But now about Turok 2. Turok 2. I have to agree, I believe, with a lot of some of the forum posts I've seen about this game, saying this is not one of the ones that's aged well. I'm not even sure Turok aged all that well, but I think it aged a little better than this one has. Some of the problems with this one are a little bit more noticeable than they are in some other games, and I think the big problem with this one is level design. I don't think the levels here were designed very well. I think they were made just a little too mazy, and I have. It's dangerous having a conversation like this because it always makes the person sound like they're lying. But I have vast amounts of experience with old school and new school first-person shooters in this type of game. They sometimes they call them arcade shooters. Just this style. I've played this. I've played through all the Dooms. I've played through all the Serious Sams. I've played through the Wolfensteins. I've played through blah 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 blah. But the maps here are not great. I'm saying that because it's not just you're not used to new maps, which is what some people say. Or, I mean, not new maps, but these styles of maps. I am very much used to these styles of maps. I don't think these ones were designed very well. I think they're a little too mazy. I don't mind the backtracking, but I complained about the respawning in Turok 1, and I complained about it here still. I don't like enemy respawning. It's never been a thing I like in any game. I can't say any game. Some games revolve around the concept of respawning, but any first-person shooter like this, in a campaign game like this or Hexen, or was it Hexen? Yeah, it was Hexen. Like this or like Hexen. I'm not a fan of respawns. I would rather what I kill stay dead. Unless it's undead, and then give me a more permanent way to kill it afterwards. But the map design for this one wasn't great, and I don't think I'll be revisiting this game ever again. I'm glad I played the original Turok. I liked it. I'm glad I played Turok 2, but if I'm going to replay a Turok game, I'm probably going to replay the first. The guns in this game. I like the guns, with the exception of 2. I'm not a fan of the charge dart. I'm not a fan of the tranquilizer dart. I prefer to just kill things rather than stun them. Some of the weapons here are great. I love the cerebral roar. The flamethrower is good damage, even though you can only fire it for about 3 seconds straight. The problem with the guns in this game is not the design or anything. It's the fact that at a certain point, some of them start becoming useless. There are enemies that you just can't kill with buckshot anymore. There are enemies that you just can't kill with pistol bullets anymore. Not effectively. Not if you want to do a good health to ammo ratio. No, you'll lose way more health trying to shoot them down with a pistol, and then probably run out of pistol ammo soon enough in the process. Some of the later weapons start staying solid and are solid throughout. The explosive rounds are solid completely throughout, for the shotgun I mean. The plasma cannon is good, but it has its problems when people get up close. It doesn't seem to have a good hit register. The missile launcher is good, the grenade launcher is good. Even the mines have their uses from time to time. But I mostly was sticking to those in the end, mostly the explosive weaponry, because that was really the only thing that I felt was doing enough damage to be worth it. The enemies are good. Enemies are varied. Each level has its own little set, although some of them are more annoying than others, but that's not a discredit to having varied enemies. You can't hit it out of the park with every single enemy, but it's good to have a variety of enemies, even if some are worse than others. You could have done without the little alcoves that spawn those little bugs all the time, but story wasn't great, but that's not points against a game like this. This is absolutely the kind of game that didn't even need to have a story in the first place, and it would not have been hurt. The addition of a story is just there for bonus credit. A good shooter does not need a story. The story is just bonus points. Trying to think if there's anything else I really wanted to talk about. Stories is there, which makes it acceptable almost by default. Map design needed some help. I wish the guns weren't made useless in later levels. Enemies were fine. That's all the basic parts for a first-person shooter. Didn't find all the secrets, which I expect. The live system makes sense with the game's original release. I'm glad that they included a save anywhere system, despite the fact that the original release you could probably only save at the checkpoints, I'm guessing, because I know during its original release there was not a save anywhere, at least not on a console version. Which credit to the people who fixed it up for this. It's always a good idea to have a save anywhere system. Always a good idea. It never hurts your game, it only helps it. And people who say, oh, but it hurts the challenge, that's fine. There are plenty of developers who include an option right at the beginning of the game when you're setting up your difficulty to say, do you want to save anywhere? And then you can turn it off. We can have both things here. There's no reason to not have both things if you know what you're doing. But if you're only going to have one, have a save anywhere system. Absolutely. So that huge point in the game's favor, because Turok 1 didn't have that. Turok 1 you can only save at the right spots, which makes video making a little harder when you're trying to keep it to 20-minute segments and you only want to do so many in a day. So huge credit there. It's a fine game. I recommend you play it if you haven't played it before. I recommend it. It'll probably be a little smoother playing it for yourself than not watching a Let's Play of it, because doing a Let's Play comes with its own problems, which is true for every game I record. Sometimes like, even I Had a Beholder, I've said in the past, I probably wouldn't have hated it as much if I weren't doing it under the conditions of a Let's Play. But it's a fine game. It would have been great for the time, but it hasn't aged well. If you're looking for a great first-person shooter in this kind of genre, this non-realistic genre, like your Call of Duties or your Battlefields, whatever, if you're looking for something like this, there are better options, but this is one worth playing, because if you're someone like me, you've already exhausted all those other options anyways. So I'm glad I got around to this one, but I won't be revisiting it. But basically the best review I can think to give it. You get through it, you get done, you satisfy yourself on the way there, but you don't come back to it. So thank you all for watching. This was WellArmedWithTacos. This was Let's Play Turok 2, The Siege of Evil, and I really don't know what I'm gonna do after this. I'm not out of games, it's just I don't know. There are none that I want to do next. I'll have to think of something, and I'll have to think of something quick. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys later. That Primogen guy went down real easy. No. The Primogen guy went down pretty easy, but I'm glad we saved the nuke for that, because that first shot was something of beauty. I was, if his health had completely hit the floor and the fight would have been over, my jaw would have just hit the floor. I would have gone back in my seat, probably cackled and cried for like 10 whole minutes. I would have had to stop the recording. That is a satisfying weapon. And fix your little throwing blade. That wasn't satisfying. Thank you all for watching. See you guys later. Short video, but it's an end. Tell you what, let's I have a gallery. That's it. Where are my cheats? There's here.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Oh, does that make you feel good? You should be ashamed of yourself. Ay caramba! You should be ashamed of yourself.
She mocks you for all of them. Fruity Stripes? Dark City?
Ay caramba!
Big head mode? Tiny mode?
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Stick mode? Big hands and feet mode?
You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I should be ashamed of myself.
Ay caramba!
Let's play like that! Do I have one for the hub? I do. Look at me, I'm tiny! It's hard to tell. I don't have one for the actual main hub. I can't tell if I'm tiny or not. Oh, they're not on. Okay.
Oh, does that make you feel good?
It does. How do I get it to stick? Tiny mode, stick mode.
Does that make you feel good?
Man, she taunts
Ay
you for that.
caramba!
I don't know what half of these do.
Does
Oh
that
my!
make you feel good? Oh, does that make you feel good?
Who would want to play like that?
Oh, does that make you feel good?
That's even worse. No, no, it doesn't.
Caramba!
What mode is that? Is that Fruity Stripes? Or is that Dark City? That's Dark City. What mode is that?
You should be ashamed of yourself. Oh, does that make you
Oh, it's
feel
got
good?
settings.
Oh, does that make you feel good?
What is stick
Ay
mode?
caramba! Ay caramba! You should be ashamed of yourself.
I don't even know what half these settings do. Let me find an enemy. Look at them! And they're skinny like little sticks. That's adorable. Let's go see what the big guy looks like. Look at him! He's so tiny! And so skinny! How many hits does it take? He's still got his regular amount of hit points, clearly. This would never work without visibility. Man, this thing has a lot of hit points. Oh, I'm using the wrong one. Let's use the big one. There we are. There we goes. Hold on. I got an idea. Let's turn big head mode on.
Ashamed of yourself.
And leave tiny mode off and leave stick mode off. and turn on big
Ay,
hands and feet.
caramba.
And then I have an idea. Let's go visit God. What does she look like? Oh no, that doesn't send me back to the hub. All right. Where's the hub? I was actually right at the hub. I could have just left. I need to see what Ardia looks like. Quick worms over here. This is going to be great. Turok doesn't get it, but I bet she does.
Greetings,
Oh, she
Turok.
doesn't. Oh, no, that's disappointing. I take back. This game sucks. Thank you all for watching. There, we managed to make 20 minutes out of this. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.